James had been consistent for 6 weeks straight. Morning workouts, healthy meals, 8 hours of sleep. Then his car broke down. His kid got sick. Worked through him an emergency project. Within 3 days, his entire routine collapsed. He told himself, "I'll get back on track when things calm down." 3 months later, he's still waiting for things to calm down. He thought consistency required perfect conditions. He was wrong. I'm Luca, and I've got your raw daily fuel for today. Listen carefully. Consistency isn't about perfect conditions, it's about flexible systems. Real consistency isn't built for ideal weeks. It's built to survive chaos, disruption, emergencies, and the messy reality of actual life. If your plan only works when everything goes right, you don't have a plan, you have a wish. Today we're talking about how to stay consistent when life gets chaotic, and why the people who succeed aren't the ones with perfect conditions, but the ones with chaos protocols. Here's what most people don't understand. Consistency isn't about perfect conditions, it's about flexible systems. You think consistency means doing the same thing every day at the same time in the same way. That's rigidity, not consistency. Consistency means showing up regardless of conditions, and that requires flexibility, not perfection. In New Zealand, we understand something about resilience. The trees that survive the strongest storms are the ones that bend, not the ones that stand rigid. Your habits are the same. Rigid plans break. Flexible systems adapt. Build chaos protocols for travel, illness, busy seasons, and emergencies. This is the key most people miss. They build one plan for ideal conditions and then abandon it entirely when life gets messy. Instead, you need multiple protocols for different levels of chaos. Your ideal week protocol is what you do when conditions are good. Your busy week protocol is what you do when work is intense. Your travel protocol is what you do on the road. Your sick protocol is what you maintain even when you're under the weather. Your emergency protocol is the absolute minimum that keeps the habit chain alive. Most people only have one protocol, and when conditions don't match it, they quit entirely. Build protocols for reality, not just for ideal. Lower the bar during disruption. Maintain the habit chain, not the intensity. This is where most people fail. They think if they can't do the full workout, they shouldn't do anything. If they can't eat perfectly, they might as well eat terribly. All or nothing thinking destroys more progress than any life disruption ever could. During chaos, your goal isn't perfection, it's maintenance. Keep the chain alive. Can't do your hour-long workout? Do 10 minutes. Can't cook a full meal? Eat something decent, not perfect. Can't get 8 hours of sleep? Get 7 and call it a win. The chain is what matters. The chain is what builds identity. The chain is what survives disruption. Lower the bar to survive, then raise it again when conditions improve. Your emergency minimum prevents total collapse during hard weeks. Define this now, before chaos hits. What's the absolute minimum you can do that still counts as showing up? For exercise, maybe it's a 10-minute walk. For nutrition, maybe it's one decent meal. For sleep, maybe it's going to bed at a consistent time, even if you don't sleep perfectly. Your emergency minimum isn't your goal, it's your insurance policy. It's what keeps the habit alive when life is trying to kill it. Most people don't define their emergency minimum, so when chaos hits, they go from 100 to 0 instantly. Define your floor. Commit to never going below it. That floor is what saves you from starting over after every disruption. Adaptation beats abandonment. Adjust the plan, don't trash it. When life disrupts your routine, you have two choices: adapt the plan to fit reality, or abandon the plan and quit. Most people choose abandonment because adaptation feels like failure. It's not. Adaptation is the skill that separates people who transform from people who try. Your plan isn't sacred, your commitment is. When conditions change, your plan should change too. That's not weakness, that's wisdom. In New Zealand, we say, "The flexible reed survives the storm that breaks the rigid oak." Be the reed, not the oak. Bend with chaos, don't break against it. Here's your challenge for this week, and it's going to progress. Create 3 chaos protocols. Define your ideal week routine. Then define your busy week protocol, what you do when life gets intense. Then define your emergency minimum, the floor you never go below. Write them down. Commit to each one. Next time chaos hits, and it will, you'll have a plan that bends instead of breaks. You'll discover something powerful. You don't need perfect conditions to be consistent. You need protocols for imperfect ones. And once you have those, nothing can stop you. Not travel, not illness, not work, not family emergencies. Nothing. When life disrupts your routine, use your chaos protocol. When you can't do the full version, do the minimum. When you feel like quitting, remember, adaptation beats abandonment every single time. I'm Luca, and that's your raw daily fuel for today. Remember, consistency isn't about perfect conditions. It's about flexible systems that survive chaos.